A gas station in South Carolina. January 2018. Someone walks in, buys a Mega Millions ticket for $2, and walks out a billionaire. $1.5 billion. The largest lottery jackpot ever won by a single ticket. Here's what they don't tell you in the headline. That winner had the same chance of being struck by lightning while simultaneously being eaten by a shark as they did of winning that jackpot. Actually, that's generous. Their odds were worse. And yet, right now, someone reading this is mentally rehearsing what they'll say when they win. The house they'll buy. The job they'll quit. The look on their cousin's face. You're not going to win. And it's not bad luck. Cold, brutal, indifferent math that's designed to take your money while whispering just enough hope to keep you coming back. Let's talk about why the lottery is a masterclass in manufactured optimism, and how the numbers don't just work against you. They humiliate you. Americans spend more on lottery tickets each year than they do on movie tickets, music, porn, books, and video games combined. $70 billion. That's not a typo. $70 billion annually, funneled into a system where the house always wins, and the players almost never do. And it's not random who's playing. The poorest Americans spend the highest percentage of their income on lottery tickets. Households earning less than $10,000 a year spend about $600 on tickets. That's 6% of their entire income. Meanwhile, the wealthiest households spend roughly 1%. The lottery isn't just a game. It's a regressive tax on hope. And the math behind it is so lopsided, so carefully engineered, that calling it a game of chance feels almost dishonest. So let's break it down. Let's look at the actual numbers. Because once you see them, really see them, the fantasy starts to crack. Here's how a lottery works, stripped to its skeleton. You pick numbers. They draw numbers. If yours match, you win. Simple. Except the simplicity is where they get you. Take Powerball. You pick 5 numbers between 1 and 69, plus 1 Powerball number between 1 and 26. To win the jackpot, all 6 have to match. The odds of that happening? 1 in 292 million. Let me give you some context for that number. If you bought 1 Powerball ticket every single day, it would take you 800,000 years to have a 50% chance of winning once. Not a guarantee. A coin flip. You could start buying tickets during the Stone Age and you'd still be waiting. Now, lotteries love to advertise the jackpot. It's huge. It's life-changing. It's plastered on billboards and scrolling across screens at the checkout counter. What they don't advertise is the probability distribution. Because while one person might win $200 million, millions of others win nothing. The average return on a $2 Powerball ticket is about 90 cents. You're paying $2 to get back less than half. Every single time, on average, you are losing money. But humans don't think in averages. We think in stories. And the lottery sells the greatest story ever told. You could be next. Let's make this visceral. Imagine you're standing in a football stadium. It seats about 70,000 people. Now imagine every person in that stadium represents 10,000 lottery tickets. You'd need roughly 420 of those stadiums, all packed, every seat filled, to represent the total number of Powerball combinations. You're betting that your one ticket is the winner out of all of them. Those aren't odds. That's a prayer. And here's where it gets darker. The lottery isn't designed to give you a fair shot. It's designed to extract maximum revenue while paying out minimum prizes. The percentage of money returned to players, called the payout ratio, hovers around 50% for most state lotteries. That means for every dollar you spend, 50 cents goes to the state, operating costs, and retailers. The other 50 cents goes into the prize pool, split among the tiny fraction of people who win anything at all. Compare that to a casino. Slot machines, widely considered one of the worst bets in gambling, return about 90 to 95% to players over time. Even casinos are more generous than the lottery. But casinos feel like gambling. Lotteries feel like hope. That's the trick. The marketing is brilliant. Every lottery ad shows someone winning. Confetti falls. Families hug. There's a giant novelty check and a life transformed in an instant. What they never show is the aftermath. Studies on lottery winners reveal a pattern that's almost too bleak to believe. Within 5 years, a staggering percentage of winners are back where they started financially, or worse. Some are bankrupt. Some are estranged from family. Some are dead. There's a term for this, the curse of the lottery. And it's not supernatural. It's psychological and social. Sudden wealth without financial literacy is a recipe for disaster. Winners face immediate pressure from friends, family, and strangers. They make impulsive purchases. They trust the wrong people. They underestimate taxes. And because they never learn to manage money in smaller amounts, they hemorrhage it in larger ones. One study found that lottery winners are more likely to declare bankruptcy within 3 to 5 years than the average American. Think about that. Winning the lottery makes you more likely to go broke. And yet, the dream persists, because the lottery isn't selling a product. It's selling a narrative. The narrative that luck is democratic, that anyone can win, that your circumstances don't matter if you just believe hard enough. But belief doesn't change math, and math doesn't care about your circumstances. Zoom out for a second. Why do lotteries even exist? They're run by governments. 38 states in the US operate lotteries, and the revenue generated is supposed to fund public goods, education, infrastructure, social programs. The pitch is civic-minded. Play the lottery, help your community. But here's the paradox. The people who play the most are the ones who need public services the most. The lottery isn't redistributing wealth upward or even laterally. It's extracting money from the poor and calling it voluntary. Some economists call it a stupidity tax, which feels cruel but isn't entirely inaccurate. It's a voluntary payment made by people who either don't understand the odds or are desperate enough not to care. And desperation is the key word. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, when upward mobility feels impossible, when every systemic door is closed, a $2 ticket starts to look rational. It's not, but it feels like the only bet available. The lottery preys on that feeling. It monetizes hopelessness. And it does so with the full endorsement of the state. Here's another layer. People think they can game the system. They pick birthdays, lucky numbers, patterns. They buy tickets on certain days or from certain stores. They create rituals around randomness. But lottery numbers are drawn by machine or random number generator. There is no pattern. There is no strategy. There is no way to increase your odds beyond buying more tickets, which just means losing more money faster. Yet the illusion persists. Humans are wired to see patterns even where none exist. It's called apophenia, and the lottery exploits it ruthlessly. Every time someone wins, it reinforces the belief that winning is possible. And it is possible, technically, but possible and probable are not the same thing. You're more likely to become a movie star, an astronaut, or the president of the United States than you are to win the Powerball jackpot. But those careers require effort, skill, time, and luck. The lottery only requires $2. So people play. Let's do one more thought experiment. You decide to buy one lottery ticket every week for 40 years. That's a reasonable lifespan of playing. $2 a week, 52 weeks a year, 40 years. You'll spend $4,160. Your expected return, mathematically, is about $2,000. You've lost $2,000 over 40 years for the privilege of dreaming. Now, take that same $4,000 and invest it in a basic index fund with a 7% annual return. After 40 years, you'd have over $40,000. Not life-changing, but real. Tangible. Yours. The lottery doesn't just take your money. It takes the opportunity cost of what that money could have become. And for what? A 1 in 292 million shot at a jackpot that, even if you win, comes with a 50% chance of ruining your life? Here's the uncomfortable truth. The lottery works because it has to convince you of two things. First, that you're special. Second, that the universe owes you a break. You're not special. Not to the lottery. You're a statistic. A data point in a probability distribution so wide and so cruel that your individual ticket is mathematically indistinguishable from not existing at all. And the universe doesn't owe you anything. It's indifferent. The math is indifferent. The system is designed not to give you a fair shake, but to extract maximum hope for minimum payout. So why do people keep playing? Because hope is expensive. And for $2, you can buy just enough of it to make it through the week. That's not a game. That's a transaction. And you're not the customer. You're the product.